Talk about Madden releasing the wide receiver, top wide receivers ratings, man. Let's talk about it. Thumbs the video, share the video, and let's get to it. 10 from the bottom. You got Allen Robinson, 10 at 90 overall. Mike Evans at 91. Amari Cooper from the Cowboys, 92. Keenan Allen for the Chargers, 93. Michael Thomas, 94, 6. Even though he didn't have a great year because of injury, and he's injured going into this year. Top 5 is Julio, 95. Stephon Diggs, 97. Tyree Hill, 98. Deandre Hopkins, 98 as well. So they tied for 2. Even though they got 3-2. And Vontae Adams is the top dog at 90, at number 1, at 99 overall. And one thing I like to argue about this is I think Allen Robinson is better than Amari Cooper. I think he's better than Michael Thomas too. Same for Mike Evans too. But at the end of the day, he ain't really had a quarterback in Chicago, and he ain't really been able to put those numbers up like he should be able to put the numbers up. But really, you can't argue. Davante Adams had a huge year last year. Okay, he could be on his way out of Green Bay, but who knows? But last year he had a huge year. And really, he's Aaron Rodgers' only real target. And he had 115 receptions, 1,374 yards, 18 touchdowns. I mean, he had over 243 fantasy points. You look at Tyree, and he can't. You look at Deandre. He can't. How can I say it? You can't really hold it against him because Robinson or whoever didn't have a quarterback. But DeAndre Hopkins switching teams to Kyler Murray, and his numbers probably was messed up too because his quarterback got injured towards the end of the year. Which at the end of the day, that ain't Amari Cooper. That ain't Devontae Adams' fault. And he had 115 receptions, 1,407 yards. He had more yards, 1,407 yards, but he had only 6 TDs to Adams' 18 TDs. I'm talking about Tyree Hill. He's turned into one of the best receivers. The next evolution for Tyree Hill is going to be being a polished route runner, getting in and out of breaks. Okay. If he become a better route runner, he's gonna last. If he don't become a great route runner, he could have a short career. But last year he had 87 receptions, 1,276 yards, and 15 touchdowns. So he had 241.9 fantasy points. So he had a huge year. So you can make a case that he is better than Adams. But I just think the separation between him and Adams had more receptions. He had he had less. But the situation, the difference between him and Adams. It's Tyreek ain't becoming really a polished route runner. Adams can run a complete route tree, but he can have even better numbers if he didn't play with other great playmakers. You know what I'm saying, like Hardman and Kelsey and those guys. But if he didn't have those guys, he probably would blow Adams out the water. But I think Adams still a better receiver and a better route technician. You talk about Stephon Diggs, another guy who had a huge year, man. Everybody talk about the evolution of Josh Allen. The evolution was Stephon Diggs. That's just what Lamar Jackson needs too. I didn't know he was only 6 foot, but he had 127 receptions, right? 1,535 yards and 8 touchdowns. So the only reason he didn't beat out Adams is 18. And I think he's just as good as Adams, straight up and down. I think he's just as talented. His route running is great, deep. But Adams had 10 more touchdowns, right? 40 plus more fantasy points, so we're just going through them. So right now, Adams still top dog. Julio was injured last year, so I don't even know why. I don't think Julio is a 95 type of receiver neither. I think he on a decline last year, but he did have 51 receptions, 771 in 9 games, 771 yards and 3 touchdowns. I think Julio's just living off reputation. We ain't going to go there. He's a great receiver, but never healthy. So that's your top 4. Adams still win. Michael Thomas, once again, run through him real quick. He was injured all last year. A lot of people got mad the year before that he was a high ranking. I think he was in the 99 club. But people say he only caught short passes. That's because he played with Drew Brees, and Drew Brees can't get the ball down the field. Had he got a chance to play with Jameis this year and been healthy, I think we'd be having a different discussion about him. I think he had more deep balls. So 40 catches, 438 yards, 0 touchdowns last year in only 7 games. So he was injured. So then you go to Keenan Allen, which I think is the best route runner in the league. I think he's the best route runner out there. He was a 3rd round pick. He had a rookie quarterback, Tyree Hill. He had 100 catches with a rookie quarterback, 992 yards, 8 TDs. So, I mean, that is what it is. But I think he is one of the better route runners, route technicians in the league. Then you go to Marty Cooper. I was surprised at Amari Cooper. You got to put Cooper up there too. I'm surprised Cooper had the year he did, especially with Gallup. Who else you had? Gallup and Michael C.D. Lamb came in. He still put up really good numbers. You look at Amari Cooper, 92 receptions, 1,114 yards, 5 TDs. So with Andy Dalton as your quarterback most of the year, those are really great numbers. So I think he deserved his spot, honestly, looking at that. Then you talk about Mike Evans, won a Super Bowl. I think he's been really underrated for years because he played with bad quarterbacks or whatever it may be. He had good numbers. He had some drops over his career too, but another great player, man. Won a Super Bowl. One of the bigger receivers out of the guys. You're talking about 6'5". He had 70 catches, 1,006 yards, 13 TDs. Excuse me. Right here, and remember he playing with other great talent. At one point, O.J. Howard, Antonio Brown came in. Chris Godwin was a great receiver. So his numbers would be a lot better if it was just him. But I'm pretty sure he appreciate winning, losing all those years. And then who else you got? Allen Robinson, which I think is a very, very underrated talent. Just stuck in Chicago with no quarterback. He on a franchise tag deal this year. He had 102 receptions, 250 yards, and 6 TDs. So he had a really good year without a quarterback. So I think for the most part, I think Madden pretty much got it right. Because remember, speed is important. And this is ratings and it change every week. But I can't really argue it. But I think Adams, Hopkins, Hill, Diggs, I think those are the 4 best receivers. And then if you go, I think just right now, I think you go Mike Evans. And then you probably go Cooper, Allen, Robinson, and then Michael Thomas out of the bunch, man. But there's probably some receivers left out there. People was crying over the kid from Minnesota guy. What's his name? Was it not Jamar Chase? Justin Fields. But then again, he had a great year. He got to keep doing it. Any other snubs out of there? Can't really think of many. But maybe Terry McLaurin. He probably right out there. He's a really good receiver. No quarterback, underrated. Other than that, Deebo Samuel's hurt last year. DK Metcalf, people gonna cry about him. He's pretty good. There you go. Odell got injured last year, so that's that. AJ Brown, some people might cry about him. AJ Brown could have been a snub. Who else? New England ain't got nobody. Miami ain't got nobody. Buffalo, we talked about them. Jets ain't definitely got nobody. Other than that, man, you got Raiders ain't got nobody I could think of. Went to the Chiefs. Broncos ain't got nobody. And then the Chargers got Keenan. So yeah, that's pretty. You might got DK Metcalf and a couple guys pretty much unhappy. But let me know what you guys think. Great list. Shout out to Madden. Some people have an issue with it. Don't forget to find me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. You can reach out if you got business question, inquiry, response, video request, or you want to advertise on the channel. You want a financial donation. Cash App CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link in the description. Best way to donate, share the video. Other than that, man, thumbs up the video. Check out the NFL playlist. Let me know what's in the comment section. Peace.